Hello, my friends, Jill here, and welcome to our weekly Q&A session for women 40 plus looking to make changes to feel more energized, confident, and strong. If this is your first week in our community, welcome. We do this every single week, and if you are here live, I'd love to let you know, or I'd love for you to let me know that you're here live. If not, if you're watching on the replay, let me know below that you're on the replay and that you got this awesome information that you're going to get today, answering your questions on fitness, nutrition, hormones, weight gain, and anything else that you have questions on. We basically what I do is I go through those who are new to the group. When they come in, they answer a few questions, and that's where I get my information and the questions that I go over on this live. And then if you have any further questions, you're welcome to drop them below in the comments. You're welcome to reach out to me. And most of all, I encourage you, if you haven't done one, to do a game plan call with me, which there's a link in the post here. There you can schedule 45 minutes with me for us to go over what you're going through one-on-one and devise a plan or strategy to help you get past any plateaus that you're going through so that you can get energized, confident, and strong and have a really clear path as to what to do. So before we get started today with today's questions and going through the answers that you guys provided, I had two questions come up that I did want to talk to you about. Number one is I had some people inquire about the Hot Flash, the Summer Hot Flash special that I have going on in June. Started yesterday and it's going through the end of June. And so at the beginning of the summer, I try to offer a really great deal on my coaching program, Empowered Fitness Mastery, where when you sign up for 3 months of the coaching program, you can get an extra month free. So it's going to take you through the entire summer and then even a little bit into the fall so that we can continue on together and so that you have that bonus month. It's a really big incentive cost-wise. And for those of you who have been thinking about joining the program, it's a really, really great deal. So the question that came in is, what exactly happens in Empowered Fitness Mastery? And so I wanted to just tell you about the 3 components of the program so that it's really clear. And if you want more information, I did include a link as well to all of the what you get in the program and some more information here. So I linked it here so you can take a look. And if you think it's for you, there is a link. You can either sign up for a game plan call with me, or there is an application on that webpage as well that you can click on, fill out, and that'll bring you to a meeting with me to sign you up for the program. So the program, Empowered Fitness Mastery, it starts with 3 months. I always start with a minimum of 3 months. And quite often people stay in the program somewhere between 6 and 18 months. It's for women who are really wanting to make change, see change, aren't sure what to do, aren't sure what's going wrong, why the things that you've been working on and trying, even if you think you're being super healthy, exercising, eating right, that the pounds are not coming off, that you're feeling worse than ever, that you're feeling discomfort, belly bloat, all kinds of symptoms that are related to hormonal changes. And so what we do in the program is we work on 3 different platforms. The first one is Zoom. And so the Zoom are calls, private calls between you and I, and that's our opportunity to build a relationship. It's really important that we have a strong bond as coach and mentee, and that you can come to me when you're struggling and that we can work through everything. That I understand what's going on with you personally, because I truly believe that each person's journey is a personal journey, and what works for somebody else may not work for you. And I think that's the big problem with a lot of those big programs out there, where people aren't getting results because they're doing what everybody else is doing, and it's not necessarily what they need. So we do a lot of private coaching, and so you get 2 Zoom calls with me per month. They're each 20 minutes, and you get to schedule them as you please. We also have an hour-long kickoff call when you join the program. And again, it's all just you and me so that you're fully comfortable sharing, that we're devising a plan that's a strategy specific to you, and that we can often work through anything you're going through that might help you to continue to be leveling up in the journey. The second platform we use is a personal trainer app called Trainerize, and that's where I program all of your fitness, your workouts. It's really clear on your calendar what you need to do. You're able to leave me feedback. We're able to go back and forth, and you also are able to track your progress on Trainerize. And so that's really cool, and that's where maybe many of you have seen some of the results, the graphs of the weight loss and great things that my clients have been experiencing in the program. And the third platform that we use in Empowered Fitness Mastery, my coaching program, is Facebook. And that is where we stay accountable, where we have a sense of community. We are sharing with each other about our journey if you want. There's no requirement to share, but many people like to show up and show accountability, that they get their workouts done. I still haven't posted today. I do need to post that I did a 3.5 mile walk this morning as my workout, and I like to share that as well. I also post at the end of each day where you can check in with your nutrition if that helps you stay accountable and if you want my eyes on what you're eating daily. We use the group also as a weekly place where we can share our wins, where we have all of our resources for the program, including our nutrition frameworks, our workshops, our bonuses, and all kinds of great information to help you in the journey. So that is the Empowered Fitness Mastery coaching program. I encourage you, if it's something that you think would be a great fit for you, to go ahead and book a call with me so we can discuss, or to fill out the application that I linked here. So that was one question that I got ahead of time. Another one was not so much a question, but it was a comment that I received yesterday in Messenger. And I know the person joined the group, but I hope that you do watch this. And the question, or rather the comment was, I'm skeptical. How do I know that you're legit? And I do understand that concern, especially with online businesses. But I think what's really special these days is that we can get a really clear idea of people, and especially when you see me talking to you a couple times a week, you see my life if you follow me or my friend on Facebook, you see what I'm all about. I personally am very transparent. My company is me, and I'm very transparent about what I'm doing. I share with you, I share about my own personal journey. If you head over to my YouTube, you'll learn a lot about me, about my permanent spinal injury that I suffered in 2008, that left me so low that I reached for liposuction to try to fix me, which ended up causing me many more problems, which later led to a corrective tummy tuck to fix all the issues that I had post liposuction, and all of the realizations that I had along that journey, that it was possible, even for somebody like me who had gone through a back injury and pregnancies and was really struggling with nutrition and finding fitness that would work for me, that it was possible for me to make change, and that I made my career out of that. And I've been educating myself and seeking education and certifications to really improve that. And of course, like every business, mine has evolved over time. And I've really found my niche in women who are struggling with hormonal changes, women 40 plus. And so obviously there's tons of information out there that would suggest that, number one, I am legit. My company is Jill Ortiz Fitness Incorporated. I am incorporated and file taxes and all the great stuff. But I think the greatest thing that can prove legitimacy is when you have testimonials and when you have clients who vouch for you. So of course, if there's any clients out there that want to vouch for me, you can absolutely just go and Google me as well, and you'll see all of the Google reviews, or you can go to jillortizfitness.com/testimonials, and you'll get lots and lots of testimonials, and you'll see that we've got lots of amazing women accomplishing great things, and that they'll tell you that probably above all, that they know that I care, that I'm loyal to them, that I'm always there for them, and that there's, I'm very honest and upright in my business. Integrity is of utmost importance to me. So that's about all I can do to prove my legitimacy as a business, but I hope that helps to the person who was skeptical that I was legit. Okay, beyond that, let's get into some questions straight away. I'm looking across the board here at the answers that the newer ladies to the group gave me, just in discovering what's holding everybody back from achieving success. I see a lot of people saying that struggle with motivation, that discouragement from not seeing change when you're trying to lose weight. A lot of stress and not knowing how to balance taking care of you and taking care of your lives, your jobs, your kids, your home. I struggle with all the same. I go to therapy for that. My therapist helps me through those moments. I think it's not so much how do we handle all the things and get them all done, because they'll never get done. It's more of the acceptance of not everything is going to get done, and being able to know when you're triggered by certain things, and trying to find the healthiest way possible to find an outlet for yourself. For me, that's been exercise. and so, I see a lot more of motivation being the deterrent and not knowing what to do. I also see a couple people said consistency. So I think what happens is that when we don't have a clear plan, and this came up a couple of times I had a call yesterday with a woman, Jennifer, and we talked a couple times, this came up, is not having clarity. When you don't know what you're doing, and this is the same for me in business, I start to kind of reach the low in my roller coaster of being an entrepreneur when I don't have a clear plan, if even just for the day. When I stop using my planner, which is sitting under this pile here, this is an incredible planner that I love. Number one, this is nutrition and fitness, and then on the next page is the schedule for the day. And when I don't schedule, when this is blank, I tend to just kind of go haywire. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I get very little done in the day. But when you have a really clear plan as to what you're doing, you have a calendar that tells you, here's what you're doing. Just show up and do the things. Commit to just showing up to what you've planned out. It makes things so much easier. And I'll tell you the same thing for nutrition, right? So the last couple weeks, this is what my planners have looked like, right? So I've not been following things very well. Cookies and chips and all kinds of fun stuff started creeping in. But when I'm really good at planning my weeks out, like these ones, I do a lot better at following them. So my weekly plan right now is in the kitchen on the counter. I know exactly what I'm eating for breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. And it's just a matter of showing up to the kitchen when it's mealtime and eating what I said I was going to eat and prepared. And so it's so much easier to feel like you're successful, to get results, to be consistent when you've got that really clear, oops, I just pulled my earring out. Might as well just pull the other one out. When you've got that really clear plan, okay? So that's going to help you. It's going to build momentum and motivation. So that's why I encourage you, if you haven't, to have a call with me so that we can set the plan, get the clarity, understand what's going on so you understand what you got to change. And then we just start putting it in motion, and I'm here to keep you accountable. And so if I'm saying, hey, do we get started? Hey, here's another opportunity to get started. It's because I don't want you sitting around doing nothing, because it sends you in the opposite direction. It really is unmotivating to not have a plan, to not be following anything, to not have clarity, and to really be clueless. And it really brings us to the bottom of that roller coaster. It really dips our self-worth and our feelings about our success. And so that's the key, is having that plan and starting to put the plan in motion, having really clear plan, okay? All right, let's start answering some individual questions here. And again, hi Susan, hi Tracy, Becky, Amberly, nice to have you on. Let me know you're here. If you have any questions, and you can drop them below, and I'm happy to answer them. We've got about 15 minutes left because I have a client check-in at 12:30, okay? So let's see, the first question here comes from somebody Palmer, Tammy. Tammy, she wants to know, how do I make quick, healthy food? How many times a week should I do what type of exercise? So when we look at what's going on with Tammy, she says she's got a stressful job. It makes her feel like she's too tired to exercise and not eating the proper foods. So quick, healthy foods are definitely my jam. I do not like to spend a lot of time. I got home at like 11:30 and I had just a little bit of time to make my lunch, eat it, and then get ready for this live. And so I quickly threw together a little bowl of soup and a salad, had most things prepped and ready to go. But I think that prepping ahead, having those simple meals, knowing what the meals are, I mean, half the battle is just figuring out what you want to eat, right? So if you can know what you want to eat and pre-prep things ahead of time, For instance, last night I had stir-fried veggies and quinoa for dinner, and I made a whole pot of quinoa knowing that I'm going to be eating that a couple other times this week. And so it was easy for me to have that ready. I was also, as I was cutting the cucumbers yesterday for my salad, I knew I was going to need them in my salad today. So I cut double so that it was ready. So preparing and having things on hand, keeping meals simple, right? There's so many things, air fryers and grills and stir frying stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you can make quickly and on the fly. You may just need some recipes. And I think that having things that are easy, pre-cut, pre-washed in terms of veggies is really helpful too. I found last week that I was making kind of like Philly cheesesteak for me and the kids last week. And so I bought shaved steak. And what I found at Walmart was frozen peppers and onions. And so they were already cut. And it was the easiest thing to just take a handful and throw it in the pan. It made that meal so quick. So finding the shortcuts. I've mastered quick meals, and I think I impress my mother-in-law every time I make a meal and it comes together within 20 minutes. But a lot of my meal plans are based on really quick, healthy meals. And so like my Fit and Fast program, which is something that, when you ask what's a great place to start with regards to how often, how much, my Fit and Fast program includes a meal plan that is my quickest and easiest meals to make, and a very simple, easy meal plan that everybody loves. And it includes all of the flavors and the different nationalities of food and everything, and just all my favorite simple, healthy recipes all in there. And I have a bunch of those meal plans. And so I think keeping things simple, getting the staples, and then just bulk prepping things ahead of time is really, really great. So maybe we should chat about doing some nutrition coaching, Tammy. With regards to how many times a week you should do what type of exercise, I am a strength coach first and foremost. I used to be more of a HIIT coach, but that was in my 30s. Now I'm not so interested for myself in doing high intensity interval training. It's not the best benefit to me. So instead I started focusing during COVID about 4 years ago on building strength training programs for women who were losing bone mass, losing muscle mass, and really need to strengthen, really want to get that tightness, that tone back, and not feel so flabby anymore, who also want something that's going to rev their metabolism. So for me, I suggest, and what I give to my clients is generally about 5 days a week, strength training, 20 to 30 minutes. And there's a few things about that that's really important. Number one is that when you're doing a fitness program, you don't want to just go to the gym and do random workouts. You want a program that's going to be progressive, meaning that every week you're working harder, that you're improving, that you're increasing something, whether it's time under tension or the weights or the reps, and that every 3 to 4 weeks you're changing what you're doing as well, because the body is super, super smart. It knows how to heal itself. It knows how to find that even ground where it doesn't want to change. And so it will adjust to what you're doing to make sure it doesn't change. And so you've got to kind of change it up a lot so that you're tricking the body and finding those new results. So those are things, if you don't have that in your current fitness routine, then touch with this girl, right? That's what I do. That's what I love to do. I love to see my clients improve. I can't tell you how many ladies have gone from not even being able to do one push-up to doing a ton of push-ups, who hate burpees at the beginning of something and then are like, I can actually do these, and hold planks and all these great things, that when you can build that strength and stability, then you can start really pushing the limit and improving your physical fitness and improving your strength and your energy and your confidence, okay? Let's see. So that kind of leads to Nilette. She wants to know, how do I speed up my metabolism? So this is an interesting one, because this is something that I've observed. I love when I have these calls with you ladies and we get to talk one-on-one, because generally every time, and I'll show you at the in my notes from Jennifer yesterday, is that here is everything she eats in a day, right? And so I love asking and really digging into, what exactly do you eat? like in a day, because then I can hear, and what I find is that many of you are under eating on a daily basis. And what is that going to do when you're not getting enough calories in? Your body is going to hold on to all that food, all the calories that do come in, and it's going to hold on to it and store it as fat, not muscle. It's going to store it as fat in case it needs it, because it doesn't know when it's getting its next meal. So for those of you who are trying to fast, same thing. The body's going, wait a second, I don't know when that next meal is coming, because it doesn't seem to be regular. So things that can speed up metabolism are going to be regular eating, enough eating, getting enough calories, training your body to be really efficient with calories by eating enough. And another thing is going to be that muscle work, right? Building more muscle in your body is going to require your body to burn more and be more efficient, to use those calories wisely. And so that's what you're going to see when you start to build more muscle. It's going to do the work at rest. So if you said to me, and I say this a lot, if you said to me, Jill, I got 20 minutes, or you got 20 minutes, are you going to do strength training or are you going to do cardio? Every single time I'm going to pick strength training, because I see strength training as building the body that's going to do the work, whereas doing the cardio is just doing the work. And when you're done with the work, it's over, it's done. You've burnt the calories, that's it. But if you can build the body that will do the work and help you be better at dealing with stress and change, then that's when you're going to see that change. It's going to be so much better. So to speed up your metabolism, eat enough calories and start doing a lot of strength training. That's going to really help you. Okay. Renee wants to know how to stop cravings so I can boost energy. Well, so those are two different things. Cravings and energy, not necessarily connected. Cravings tend to be when we're lacking, right? We're lacking nutrients, we're lacking certain things, we're lacking variety. And so with regards to cravings, number one, you can eat more food. You can eat the foods you love. You can not restrict. So who craves carbs? People who cut carbs, right? That's all they want, right? Somebody says, I'm cutting out all carbs, no sugars. And then they're like, all I want is sugar, right? Well, give yourself the sugars and then you won't crave them. Give yourself enough nutrients. Don't try to restrict your food, your calories, because then you're going to have those cravings. Eat enough, eat frequently, eat variety. Get the variety of the taste, the flavors, the textures that you love, and you won't feel like you're having those cravings. Eat enough and you won't be starving and looking around. When it comes to energy, that's going to be staying hydrated, again, getting enough calories, moving, right? A body in motion stays in motion. So how much energy does somebody have who's like sitting on the couch eating bonbons, right? Not as much energy as somebody who's out walking and eating healthy. So the healthy habits and building those up are going to boost your energy, along with stress reduction and getting enough sleep, okay? And good recovery. Who's this up here? Anna wants an easy plan, step by step. Anna, I am happy to give that to you. Hop on a call with me or apply for Empowered Fitness Mastery in June and you'll get a free month. Let's do it, right? I'm here to make the plans. Josephine wants to know, is it true that it's harder to lose weight when going through menopause? I do think that the challenge does increase because many of us don't know what we're supposed to be doing. And so we're doing the wrong things. We're doing the opposite of what we should be doing. And so that is, that's what you're going to see. Number one is we're trying to do the wrong things. That'll make it harder if you're going down the wrong path, right? And then the other thing is that, yes, the forces are working against you. All of a sudden, you have more of a tie between your stress and cortisol and belly weight gain. You now have a stronger tie between carbs and calories and belly weight gain. You now have a decreasing bone mass, muscle mass. Your hormones are changing. So of course it's going to be harder unless you know what's going on. You're educated and you know the steps that you have to take. If you're doing the right things, if you understand the process, if you can get in touch and in tune with what your body is doing and you have the techniques to combat it, or I hate combat it. I remember I learned this from one of the ladies who came in with she did a workshop for us, and her whole basis of speaking was harmony. So we're not combating menopause. We're trying to work with it, right? We want to not make this harder. We want it to be easier. We want it to flow. We want to feel alignment. And so that's what you need to do is you need the education on what's going on. That's what I do, especially in my menopausal reboot, is I educate on what's going on. I bring in these speakers who really will help you and help me too as to what to do right, the right things to do. And that really, really will help you with regards to managing symptoms and making sure that it's not getting worse, and that you're working with what's going on. Danelle wants to know how to get everything lined up: nutrition, fitness, and hormones. Talk to Jill, right? That's what we want to do, is we want to set an appointment with me, have a conversation. Let's go over your nutrition, your fitness, your hormones. We'll talk about what's going on with you, and then we're going to get to the education stage, and then we got to get to the action stage pretty quickly, and everything will be in alignment. I think, as I was telling you before, in my Empowered Fitness Mastery program, we have 2 monthly calls. I have 2 monthly calls with each client. That's a really great opportunity for us to stay in it. What's going on, right? To review what's been happening, the actions you're taking, the results you're getting. Are they the right things? Do we need to change anything? Are you struggling anywhere? And that's how we keep things in alignment and stay consistent enough to get those results and really get a good picture of what works and what doesn't, okay? Charity wants to know how to fight through the urges for sugar. Eat sugar, get your sugar in, right? Get your fruit in, and then you won't have urges if you're actually satisfying those needs. That's going to help you stay balanced, right? Balance your sugars. So that's going to be your carbs with your proteins, with your healthy fats, and you're going to feel way better than if you're trying to restrict yourself. Lisa Ann wants to know, why is it so hard to lose weight at 50 years of age? Again, well, you stated above, Lisa, that you're inconsistent in your exercise. So number 1, consistency. Number 2, having the right approach. And number 3, having accountability, I suppose, and having the knowledge of why something's going to work and why something doesn't. If we don't even understand what we're doing, we probably aren't going to stick to it. So I think that that's really important. Trish also asks, what can 55-year-olds do to get in shape with back problems? So, hi, back problem here. I suffered a permanent spinal injury in 2008. I suffered for 6 years in agony and pain, and went to all kinds of pain management doctors, and I did therapies and shots and everything short of surgery, and none of it really helped me. It caused me a lot of stress, which made my back pain worse. And so then I focused on core strengthening. So, and total body strengthening, right? So now when I pick things up, pick it up with my arms, I pick it up with my legs, I pick it up with my core. I don't pick it up with my low back. And so I think that number 1, working on core strength, Jill's Killer Abs, we work on the core all the way around, including the glutes. So that is massive. Get that program in several times. I've been doing it monthly for the last couple of years. That's gonna really help. I have 0 back pain these days. It actually really shocked me when we went to Colorado and we did whitewater rafting. I remember years ago when my husband and I went to Hawaii and did surfing, and I was in so much agony. I actually called a back surgeon from Hawaii to discuss back surgery. But this time, even doing we did 10 miles, and the next day we did 18 miles on a bike, and I felt 0 back pain. And I absolutely attribute that to the consistency of working on my abs and working on strength training. So Trish, strength train, and abs. And so that you can get all those great things through me, and let's have a call. I would love to have a call with you to discuss that, okay? We got time for one more question. Let me just find it on the other side of my thing here. MK wants to know, are hormonal issues and inflammation really the problem, or is it just me? That would require a personal conversation. And then let me get Deb too. Deb wants to know, it's a long one, how to enjoy life and still keep the weight off without feeling like losing weight is a full-time job. I'm great at exercising, water intake, fasting. Okay, that may be a problem. Eating plenty of protein. Maybe you're eating too much protein. I need to learn self-control and shouldn't always be, right? So yeah, that's frustrating when our focus all the time is weight loss and we don't lose weight. maybe we need to change the approach. Maybe we need to shake things up. Maybe we need to really look at what's not working. And if we keep doing the same things thinking that they're going to suddenly work, but they haven't been working, then we have to just recognize that it's not really working, right? So I think maybe a change to your plan, maybe having somebody who's not you looking at what you're doing and evaluate if it is the right thing right now, and maybe changing things up and trying something new. For instance, I've had people tell me, I worked out 365 days last year. I did a Peloton ride 365 days and did not lose an ounce. And I might say, well, that makes sense. And I have my reasons why I would absolutely, understand why you wouldn't lose an ounce doing 365 Peloton rides in 365 days. But the person doing it just thinks that they're working hard and that it's not working and that something's broken and it should be working. But for me, as the professional, I can tell you 5 things that are wrong with that. So I think it would be a great idea for you, Deb, and for anybody else out there who's stuck and frustrated and thinks they're doing all the right things and getting no results, that we do have a call. I really, really love personal one-on-one interactions. I think they're the most genuine and they're the most helpful. They allow me to fully focus on one person at a time and really help you get on the right path and doing the right things. It doesn't mean you have to sign up for anything, buy anything. If it's a good fit, I would hope that we do work together and move forward. But I think it's really important that there's that feeling of mutual desire to work together. And that's why it's important for me to not just sign people up for my program just off, the internet and a form, but to have that connection and have that conversation as to whether this is the right thing for you. So hopefully we get to connect. And if you have any more questions, drop them below. If you want to chat, then go ahead and set up a call with me. You guys have a great rest of the week. I'm going to put my earrings back in and hop on my next call. And it's been great. So if you have any questions or want to hop into anything, just give me a shout. All right, bye.